Fitzpatrick on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They go play action with Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
They'll run on first down. It's Williams. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Fitzpatrick to throw it. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Fitzpatrick. And he finds McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, his third touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Courtland Sutton with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Fitzpatrick. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Here's Mostert. And not a whole lot there.
he does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Gibson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. John Bates, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Lambo to add on the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
On 1st down, it's Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That is taken in by the tight end Fant. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Play action. Here's Hurts. This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
And it's caught.
And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. A carry there for Mostert as he's able to work his way forward for a pretty good pickup on 1st down. Officially a gain of 5. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And a run like that shouldn't surprise anyone who's ever seen Javonte Williams play. Compact, strong, physical runner. He ran for 1,000 yards at North Carolina last year. In fact, it was over 1,100 and 19 touchdowns in addition. And that's despite sharing the backfield with another 1,000-yard rusher, Michael Carter, who was taken in the 4th round by the Jets. Najee Harris and Travis Etienne were taking over him. But many thought that Javonte Williams might be the best back in the draft.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Hurts. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
Here's 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Mostert. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
127 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they felt they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A handoff for Gibson.
Shedding the tackle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A field goal can get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with Gibson.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Second and 2.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Williams loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll make it a second down. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And this time he is in. Javonte Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
McManus now for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. A Mostert a first down carry. This will wind up only getting him a couple. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge...
They're trying for Humphreys, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Caden Stearns.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Williams. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually